Hi guys, my name's Karen and I'm going to take you through a sequence of stretches that are going to help you to feel so much better. So we're going to just start with a very gentle shoulder roll. We're going to start with taking some deep breaths and rolling our shoulders backwards. Just make sure that if anything doesn't feel right, you stop or adjust it to suit you. So everybody's body is a little bit different and you need to listen to your body and do what feels right for you. I want to make sure that we open up our chest. So rolling backwards, about 10 rolls here. And then we're going to take the legs a little bit wider to help us with our balance. And we're going to stretch the arms up and over. Again, taking deep breaths. Try to find your balance. And also think about what's happening to your core. So through your belly button, squeezing that belly button in towards your spine. Deep breaths and rolling back, opening up the chest. Excellent. From here, we're going to rotate from side to side. And this is going to create a beautiful twist through our midsection. I'm on a bit of an unstable surface here, so losing my balance a little bit. Getting a few cracks through my spine as well. A bit stiff today. So again, just taking it at your own pace. You can also have your hands a little bit lower. We'll pause there. Bringing your feet a little bit closer together, and we're going to just start with a bit of a neck stretch. So be really careful with this and ease into it. Take a deep breath in, roll your shoulders back, and gently drop your ear to your shoulder. You're going to feel a stretch straight away through the side of your neck here. If you can bring your hand up and gently press down, so you're adding a little bit of pressure there to the side of your head. And again, taking deep breaths. Think about the arm that is down and stretch that out a little bit more. And that should be a beautiful stretch there through your neck. I like to try and hold these stretches for at least 10, maybe 15 seconds to get the most out of them. If there are any stretches that you'd like to repeat, please feel free to pause the video and repeat them. Let's move on to the other side, very gently dropping your ear to your shoulder. Stretch out through the neck, bring your arm over your head and gently press down. Beautiful. I'm going to get you to roll the shoulders back again. You can see that I really like this one. It's so important because everything that we do day to day is pulling us forward, whether you're on the computer, whether you're at home, in the kitchen, preparing food, whatever it is. You're always forward. So it's really important to roll those shoulders back whenever you get the chance. I'm going to get you to squeeze those shoulder blades together. So really opening up the chest here, rolling those shoulders back, squeeze and hold. See if you can hold it for 10 seconds and then release. Pull it back again, squeeze the shoulder blades together and release. We'll do this 5 times. This is number 3 and relax. Number 4. Deep breaths, try not to hold your breath for too long. And number 5. Excellent. From here, I'd love you to try and clasp those hands together behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and looking up, opening up the chest one more time and release. Now this is also a great one to do to the front, so clasping your hands in front if you can, otherwise just hold them together and gently roll your body forward. So roll those shoulders forward and have a bit of a back stretch there. It's a beautiful one for your back, opening up your back. And we'll repeat that one more time as well. So clasping together behind your back, relax your shoulders, drop them down, squeeze them back. You can push those hands back and upward. And then when you're ready, out in front one more time and have a wiggle, stretching out your back. That wiggle should help to open up through your lats here. So this part of the back, opening up, wiggle and stretch. All right, hopefully you're feeling great. Stop at any time if you need to, grab a sip of water if you need to. I'm going to get you to try a body roll down. So this is going to be a great one to open up through our spine. If If you're not comfortable, if you've got low blood pressure, then maybe just be careful with this one or just take a break and repeat some of the other stretches that we've already done. But I'm going to ask you to drop your chin to your chest. My feet are parallel, just hip width apart. And I'm very slowly going to drop my shoulders forward, and vertebrae by vertebrae, I'm going to roll my body down, keeping my head down, my chin tucked into the chest, and almost hanging there like a raggy doll. I've got soft knees, so I'm not locked out in my legs, and I'm just hanging like a doll there, letting my arms drop toward the ground. So that's a beautiful one to open up the back, and then very slowly keeping those heels pressed down into the ground, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping the chin tucked in until the very, very end. The head is the last thing to roll up, and roll those shoulders back. So let's try that one more time, dropping the chin to the chest and very slowly rolling the shoulders forward, and vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping the body down, big stretch down the back of the legs. Deep breaths coming up slowly when you're ready. And head comes up at the very end. So that's a great one also to repeat whenever you need to stretch out your back. We're going to move on to the legs. So if you do have a chair nearby, you might want to hold onto the chair. I've got a tree here which I'm going to use as well. So we're going to start with a hamstring stretch. The heel goes down and my back knee is going to bend. So the front leg is going to stay straight and my back knee is going to bend, and I'm going to tilt forward through my hips. So it's a hinge at the hips. And I'm going to feel a beautiful stretch there down the back of my leg. Don't worry if you can't touch your toe, that's not what it's all about. It's about that hinge in the hips, which is going to activate the hamstring from the glutes all the way down the back of the leg there. So keep going with that stretch while I quickly adjust my camera so that I'm focused on that tree a little bit more, and you can see how I use that to assist with balance. We're going to do the other leg when you're ready. Changing over, heel down, toe up, hinging at the hips, sitting back. I've got one knee bent and I've got one leg straight, and I've got a beautiful stretch there. So again, breathing through, and as we said, we're aiming for 10 to 15 seconds per stretch. Deep breaths. Coming up very slowly. All right, holding onto the chair if you have one, or even the wall. This is my wall. We're going to lift one foot up behind the back. Now this can be quite tricky. You might have a tag at the back of your shoe that can help to hook into and lift that leg up. Or perhaps you're wearing some pants that you can grab a hold of at the back. But if you can, grab your foot, press your pelvis forward so that your knees are close together. Don't want you to have that leg sticking out. Press the pelvis forward and feel that stretch down the front of the leg. That is such an important one that goes through the quad into the hip flexor here. And when that hip flexor is tight, it means that you are not able to stand up straight and you end up tilted forward. So when the hamstrings and the glutes and quads and hips, everything's tight, you're not able to stand up straight. So make sure that you are trying to stretch daily if you can. This is a great sequence that you can get through quite quickly every morning perhaps, or every night. And you will definitely reap the rewards of that. Let's try the other leg. I'll come a little bit closer. Hopefully I can balance. It's great to focus on a particular point so that you can maintain your balance. And again, pressing the pelvis forward, getting into the quad. So again, these are some great stretches. Perhaps you want to pause and redo them. Otherwise, I will keep going. I've got one more for the legs here for you, which is specifically for the hip flexor. So this little muscle that is attached to the quad and into the hip here. You're going to take a big step forward and a big step back. You might like to hold onto the wall again or hold onto a chair. And from here, what's important is that you don't put your body weight forward in the knee. So try to keep your body weight back without hyperextending back. Keep your body nice and tall, but the body weight sinks into that back leg and drop down. You can see I'm aiming for 90 degrees, but you don't have to get that low. If you are tight, you'll probably feel it straight away. If you can gently press your pelvis forward, so tucking the hips under, push and breathe as you feel that stretch through your hip flexor. For those of you who have better balance, you might be able to lift your arms all the way up to the sky, incorporate more core and feel a deeper stretch there. You might also be comfortable to come all the way onto the ground, and that will give you a much deeper stretch again. Deep breaths and relax. Let's do the other leg, or just swivel to the other side. So from here, sinking back and down, lifting the arm up if you want to, and feeling that deep stretch through your hip flexor. Aiming for 10 seconds, and when you're done, relax and shake it all out. We're going to just finish up with 2 arm stretches here, which are really great, especially for your shoulder and for your triceps. So the first one, bringing your arm across the chest. So I've got my right arm coming across, and my left arm is going to come under and push that elbow across. So this is a great shoulder stretch here, and hopefully you'll feel that if you give it enough pressure. Deep breaths again, and you'll feel a beautiful stretch there. Other side when you're ready. Left arm comes across. Use the right hand to dig underneath and push. Don't know if you heard that little crack there. Pushed a little bit hard. But again, deep breaths and pushing that arm right across the body. The triceps can be a little bit tricky, so I'll talk you through it. We're going to take one arm up and over the head to try and touch your spine. From here, reach over with the other arm and push that elbow down. You're going to feel a great stretch there through the triceps. So right down through the arm here. Deep breaths again, and stretch it out. And the other side when you're ready, reaching over your head, touch your spine, reach over and push the elbow down. And there you have your tricep stretch. And before I finish up with you, let's do those shoulder rolls one more time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you for joining me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this sequence of stretches. Make sure you stay consistent with it, because that's how you will get results. Stay tuned for more videos. Please make sure you subscribe to my page, leave a comment below. Stay well, stay safe, and stay active.